That National Weather Alert system is a good thing. It gives me a background and a foundation to go forward. So then I can look at where is that severe storm. Usually severe storms appear within a day or two. It was a warning, which means that it's potentially in range, and it's for inside the Pioneer Valley, and currently I am outside the Pioneer Valley. However, the same warning is here, which means that it's going to impact here as well. I pulled up local weather, and being at the top of the Berkshires, I don't have any pictures of the local scenery, which I'm going to do in a couple minutes, to point out what I see in weather. But what I have is several pictures that indicate that yes, in fact, that warning is still here. And then I took a snapshot of the elevation of the top of the clouds and so on and so forth to verify whether in fact that information is relevant and how relevant it is. Comparing all that information with a warning and the local impact range of just using two weather trackers. One is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, and the other one is Wonderground, which gives you a point in range. It actually gives you a wedge where the storm is and the possible places where it's going. And what it gives you also is how many miles an hour it's moving. Because of Doppler radar, it can track that over time and determine how fast it moves, how slow it moves. This one is moving very slowly. The front is moving very slowly, but I'm sure as it makes a downside and hits more humid air as the day goes, that number will increase. Right now it's moving between 10 and 20 miles an hour. It's moving roughly 12 miles an hour, and it's still considerably west of where I am, and there's no sign of it being here yet. But I wanted to get here to get a better look, and also to give this information, which is really great on weather lore. You have resources, but you don't know exactly what to look for. You might look for clouds in the sky and be like, oh, there's a storm coming, but there is no storm coming unless you know for sure already. So one, using the two systems, one to get it like a background, National NOAA or NOAA.org is the best one for knowing the general weather in your area for the next 7 days. What's only accurate is the next 2 days, really. They can't predict beyond that. The Farmer's Almanac can, but then that's, again, prediction, which is great to go by, but it gives you an idea, not anything solid. What you need as solid is Doppler radar and the mechanisms that are in place today, as well as patterns and seeing the behaviors and so forth. That said, going forward, and I'm sorry if this is quick and is arriving really quickly, there's a lot of information. Looking at local maps and how storms move and how they move in your area, and how I know how they go through this area. They tend to move from the west to the east in a general pattern with a slight jog to the north. And that is because of the jet streams overhead and how they've changed in time. It used to jog slightly to the south eons ago, before my time, and there used to be more consistent heavy weather that arrived from the north heading to the south in general. Over time, it's shifted to a slightly different direction. That's in the last 50 years, more significantly. So we're getting more temperate, more warmer year-round, which is also indicates the climate change. Climate is changing. This is a bigger picture topic. It's really huge. So while I looked all that up, I'm going to post in photographs with this, all of the weather maps that I was looking at, and then I'm going to do a video on each one and tie them all together. I'm in a high traffic area. The top of the Berkshires here, and there's a big truck going through. There's a lot of curiosity and traffic moving through. Where I'm parked, I mean, people are staring at me too, because I'm doing a video. I don't really care about all that. The important thing is, because of all of that I know and all these things that I have opportunities to work with here. Luna, come on, give me a break for a couple more minutes. Is that having the tools and having the resource, you can put all of that together and then step outside with that information, look up and be like, I don't hear anything yet, but know that it's coming. So it's not there yet, but I'm going to take you out into the scenery, and you'll see how even as I walk along, the clouds are rolling in. It's not a perfectly clear day anymore, and there are particular clouds that I'm looking at. And I'm just going to say that most of them are cumulonimbus or cumulus or something along those lines, and I don't remember all of that information right now. That doesn't matter. I'll pick that up at time. It hasn't come back to me because I haven't been using it for at least 20 years, but it's still there. I'm always interested, and I'm ever a guide. But I just wanted to point out, with that background information and that solid stuff, then I can go from NOAA over to Wonderground, which gives me a map of approximately the signatures of storms and the highlights of tracks, and whether or not a storm has a lightning, or if it has an actual track, or if it's just a general storm moving. A general storm moving along won't arrive to you like a fast track storm will with a thunderhead or whatnot. Those will get to you a lot quicker, and those are the things that I look for, because they're fun to be under, and they're fun to be around, and they're fun to be near, as long as you're safe. So going forward, let's take a step out into the environment, if I can get some elevation here, and see where this goes. Track this storm a little bit and give you a little more background on when it might be here, given the local stats. Thanks for watching, and please stay curious. There will be a couple more videos and pictures on this before I stop and float.